get to school, I mean, it's not like you have to run around, you know, get into your new class and you have to run around saying, right, you know, here's me and this is what's, you know, it's not like that.
But nobody really ever actually knew until they actually sort of said to me, you know, why do you always eat vegetarian things? And I'd tell them then.
The immediate reaction is people look at you and say, oh, well, you don't need to be on a diet. So I'd say, you know, it's for medical reasons.
Some would sit and listen and say, oh, really? That's very interesting. Some would just say, oh, yeah, right, okay, and carry on.
I would say to anyone who's beginning secondary school that don't worry about anything. Just because you've got PKU doesn't stop you from doing anything that you really want to do, and you're no different from anyone else. I think that at first I didn't tell anyone. It's just like my form tutor knew.
I've told my form teacher and that's it.
Well, the teachers knew about it.
The primary schools usually have quite a detailed file on those children, and those files get transferred on to us. We read them quite carefully. So even before the children arrive, we actually know of any children who've got special individual needs.
I must say I didn't tell all of my teachers, basically because, I mean, you know, you see them for, 1 hour a day, if that, you know, and it's not like you can eat in classes anyway or whatever.
Be assured that we are interested in their best interests, to make use of the fact of the interview before they come, and to arrive knowing that we're already fully aware about their condition, and the fact is that we will just deal with it if and when it needs to be. Other than that, they can just be quite happy at school, lead a natural, full, active life.
The thing is if you're alone and you have problems mixing, you're going to get picked on anyway, regardless of like whether you've got PKU or whatever. That's school. That's what, you know, kids do.
If you do have that problem, then you should talk to someone.
Bullying with children with special individual needs usually comes around due to a lack of knowledge. So we try to encourage the child to come and talk to us first of all, and then we would take it upon ourselves to find out about PKU, to work with the child and maybe present something to the rest of the class so that they've got as much knowledge about the situation as the child has.
I had people saying, you know, just like they would be eating the ham sandwich and they'd be going, don't you want some? It's so nice and all that. But it was never meant to like really upset me. They were just messing about.
Well, I did experience it a bit, but I just sort of let it go, because there's always going to be people who'll sort of mock you for anything that they see as different.
You shouldn't worry about things, because if you deal with them like as soon as possible, like talking to people about it instead of leaving it and leaving them wondering, then it'll sort itself out and then you won't have any problems at all. I'm worried about living on my own for the money matters, but I haven't really considered PKU.
Freedom, way!
And it doesn't really affect me because I can do my diet myself now anyway, so like if I move out it won't really affect me.
Well, it probably means I'm going to have to be a bit more sort of energetic about myself, but it's never been much of a problem when I know I have to do it.
To be honest, I'm quite looking forward to moving out of home. I mean, it's got to the point now, I mean, I love my family, but you know, I think it gets to the point where you just think, oh, you know, I need to get out, and I think I'm ready.
If I thought it was going to hold me back, I never would have gone to university and studied what I did.
Yeah. So I've got every confidence in her that she'll go on and do whatever she wants to do.
I take Maximum, the orange flavoured supplement, and I have 150 grams a day.
Really important, especially when you're in school, because it's your concentration depends on that as well.
You have to think of these things that probably are boring and tedious, but you have to think about it, and it's learning to, you know, prepare for that so you can go out and do those spontaneous things as well.
As time has gone on, they've sort of refined it and perfected it, and now I've got Flexi 10, which is in a sachet, so I can take a handful of those sachets in my pocket.
From a PKU point, it is frustrating because you've got to be really organised the whole time. But, you know, it's worth it because then it means you've got peace of mind and you can, you know, just enjoy yourself.
I've done it once myself before, and it's not that bad. It's actually easier.
Just don't worry about it, you know what I mean? It's not... At the end of the day, there's only one part of a blood test that hurts, and that's the initial, you know, stab, and that's going to be the same no matter who does it, do you know what I mean?
I just sort of shake my hand quite a lot and get them warmed up first of all, and then just whack it, press it and ping it.
It isn't scary, it's normal.
If there's someone else doing it for you, like your mum or something, take a look at how they're doing it and then just go in steps.
I'll get my boyfriend to do it.
I think I'd rather do it. My mum was quite vicious when she did it.
If you're out having a good time, you don't want to be bogged down by the fact that you've got PKU. You just live with it. You just think to yourself, yeah, I've got it, might as well make the most of it.
You can go out with your friends. I mean, you just have to be careful about what you eat.
She's very good in that way. I've never had to turn around and snatch a burger out of a mouth or anything like that.
It depends what they've got. If they've got anything I can have, then I work it out myself, like all the exchanges and weigh it out and everything. But if they haven't got anything, then I'll take something.
I really feel that my friends see me as Claire and not, you know, oh, gosh, we're inviting Claire for a meal, what a hassle. I'm going to have to think of something to make for her. They see me as who I am.
I go out all the time and it's never made any difference to me.
I still go to McDonald's with my friends, like at their birthdays and stuff.
I think the thing is, assume that you'll be invited out. I've been to Italy,
America,
France,
Spain
I went to Mexico.
and basically I had lots of discussions with my dietitian and my consultant talking about how I was going to manage the diet, what I would do if, you know, I got in a situation where I ran out of supplement.
As well as making sure you pack your swimwear, your towel, your t-shirts, your shorts. The first thing you've got to put on your list is I must pack 2 weeks worth of Flexi 10, 2 weeks worth of vitamins.
But we got a letter from the hospital saying where it was.
Just all the little sort of scenarios, backup plans and contact numbers and everything like that.
I talked to the hotel beforehand and I told them that I was on a low protein diet and they said that was okay, and I took some of my flour with me, so they made me special bread and they had salad and baked potatoes. I live on potatoes, really.
It just takes that little bit of extra planning at the beginning.
When I left school, I think I was like anybody else, really. I didn't know what on earth I wanted to do.
I used to want to be an airline hostess, but I'm thinking along being an interpreter.
I might be a PE teacher or something, but I'm not sure.
I didn't think about, what career should I do because of my PKU.
Up until I had Lucy, I was actually holding down a management job in a hotel in Chester.
So the only thing that influenced my choice of university was that I couldn't afford to move away from home, that's all it was. I mean, PKU never came into it.
The sky's the limit, I think. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can't do if I put my mind to it.
The last boyfriend I had, you know, I told him what it was and whatever else. And I said, and I've got to go to the hospital or something like next week. And he said, do you want me to come with you and stuff? They are supportive about it, obviously, you know, at the end of the day.
I didn't tell them at first, but because I thought that if I told them straight away, then they'd not like me as much or something. But then I realised that it wouldn't really make a difference if that person really liked you for who you were.
Any girl that's not prejudiced against it shouldn't really be worried about it. But there'll always be some people, like I said, that will just say, you're different, I don't want to be around you. But you shouldn't, if there's people that'll do that, you should just leave them alone.
I think it's important to create an identity separate to your PKU, for people to see you beyond your PKU, not look at you and think, oh, there's Claire, she's got PKU.
I told my boyfriend now about 2 weeks after we started going out, but I'd known him for a long time. So he had some idea, but I've only just really explained it to him and he's fine about it.
But I mean, I think you just need to reassure him basically and just say to him, look, you know, it's not a problem, you know, you don't have to start, you know, getting panicked about it. It's nothing major.
I haven't had any complaints. Because you've got PKU, you have to plan it ahead. You know, you have to plan ahead.
Because it's so important that your levels are low enough to be safe for a little baby to be conceived. Because from the moment of conception, she's obviously a little clump of molecules and little cells getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And she needs the purest blood to make sure she's fine, she's all right.
Everybody has to watch the diet, though, when they're pregnant, you know what I mean, so that you don't gain weight or whatever. It's just that you have to be sort of extra special, you know, just to bring your level right down, really.
I breastfed for the first 3 months or so and eventually weaned her off bit by bit by bit. So I gave her the best possible start any mum can give her without worrying. It was no problem at all.
Friends that I have told, they have always stepped by me and included me.
It's me and that's it, you know.
Don't worry about it, just go for it and do what you have to do. Stick to the diet as best as you can.
I guess it's positive mental attitude. You just got to say, well, it's not stopping me dream.